we're gonna do is I'm gonna
YouTube, what's good with it? Back with this new joint. This thing right here came out pretty dope. He allowed me to have some creative freedom with it. So, I want to try something different. So I basically did like this 2-part mohawk on one side. And that's the name of the haircut. All right, so we're going to get right into it. Here I'm using the Wall Seniors, and I got a 1/4 guard on there. And right now I'm just debulking the hair. You know what I mean? I already know I want to do a mohawk. I envision on how I want it to be shaped. So I'm just removing all the bulk so I can, when I start to blend and stuff like that, I could gauge my blend correctly and everything. So just going with the grain, against the grain, doing whatever I got to do to get this thing prepped and ready. Right here, same thing, just my initial lineup. Again, so I could see my cut come together. So we're gonna just put that in there, but I'll follow up later and get it exactly how I want. But I want my framework, I want my layout. I wanna know this is the shape, this is how it's gonna look, and then now I can start, going to work. So here, I'm putting in that first line, right? So this is 2 parts. So I guess you can call it 2 parts. The bottom part isn't. I just took the whole thing off, right? But yeah, it does look like 2 parts. So, and we're not even gonna blend none of that. So we're gonna put that in there like that, and then I'm gonna blend this back area, and we're gonna kind of give it like that burst fade look right in the back. So again, I got the 1/4 guard on there, and just freeing up some space for the blend. And then I got the Annis detailers, putting in my initial guidelines, scanning them out, and putting in the shape that I'm gonna do for the blend. So it's important to get that shape right with this first initial line. So I'm playing it off. You can see I'm playing it off of the bottom of that bottom line right there, and then curving it. And I'll kind of like blow it out a little bit. So you'll see how I put it together. So once I get this, cleared out, I'll start blending, which I'm gonna start doing now. I'm blending that out. And I'm not gonna, this is gonna be like a small burst, that's how I kind of envisioned it. So, and the other side, I'll blend it kind of more like that full look, but this is kind of, because we got the 2 parts in the front, we're gonna just blend out this small area back here. You can see that coming together. Now y'all probably seen him on multiple videos of mine. He's someone that's always willing to, come be a model. I don't think he's ever paid for a haircut. The only time I cut him is for the model. But he has, his hair is just, perfect for different styles, and it's full, as you can see. And to have someone that's, gives you that creative freedom, I think it's important to have either those clients in your rotation, or just give out free haircuts to people like him that will slide through, whenever, to get a free haircut and let me do whatever I want, because it keeps your creativity fresh, keeps your imagination going, it keeps that newness in your craft. So I definitely think that's important to really have some people that's like, yeah, you can do your thing, like they're not restricting you to the basic cuts, but they're allowing you to try different things on them. So this was fun to do, because it was never really know how the outcome's gonna be, and trying something different just gives you that that newness to your art, to your craft. So I definitely think that's important. Right here, we're gonna lay this down, again, sculpting it, giving it the silhouette that I want. And you can see we got that blend in there right there. I'm liking the way that look. Clean that up a little bit. Bam, hit the beard. Oh yeah, so I did these. So I guess, it did come out to double part, right? There's that part there. And we gonna, line up the back. I kind of did that V look. You can never really go wrong with the V look when it comes to the mohawks. Want to say, if you haven't already got the Rich Barber Method system, the free course that I'm giving away $997 value, free, full online course. Teaches you how to attract clients, keep them in charge more, gives you all the tools, the affirmations, all the documents, everything you need to really build that strong foundation and really build the business of your dreams, right? So it's very important that you start off with the correct foundation. A lot of barbers start off with the wrong foundation. They just get into a shop and they start cutting and they imitate the wrong people, and then they realize as years go by and they built their business that they built it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Because there was no strategic approach in the first place. All right. So it's important first to know what's your target. When you know what your target is, then you got to set up the conditions that's going to allow you to get to that target. Okay. The vehicle is Barber. We know what the vehicle is, but now what's the target? And based on this vehicle and the target that we're trying to get to, how do I set up the conditions that's going to get me there, right? And how do I become the barber? Mentally, skill-wise, character, all these things. How do I become the barber that's going to be able to achieve that target? And you can set your target high. There's definitely possibilities these days. Like the barber industry has grown and developed a lot, so you can definitely set your goals high. But having a roadmap, having clear model, like a framework to follow to get you there is so important. So you can get all that free in the description, the Rich Barber Method system. Click the link, and it's all right there for you. Get started right away. All right. So yeah, and those that already, because many people already took advantage of it, got it. I'm sure some of y'all dived right in and started executing. Of course, it's all about the execution, speed of implementation. So you want to make sure you execute right away. Don't hold off. Get things in motion. But those that have done that, leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know how it's working for you. Let me know if you have any questions in regards to the course. And I'm here to help y'all and support y'all to get to where y'all trying to go. All right. So here we blending out this other side. Let me see. Man, I remember back in the day when I first started cutting. I remember these mohawks were so everybody wanted them. This type of look. From kids to adults, everybody was rocking this shit. So this just reminds me of that. But yeah, we here getting this other side right. Seeing it come together. Hit that bottom part. And just working it. Another thing about these type of cuts is that when you can do some uniqueness, something different, it helps when you promote it. It just helps grab attention because it's something that's unique, different, right? All these things matter. All these things contribute to, your status. In the book, The Rich Barber Method, and in the course, in the marketing section, I talk about promoting yourself to a higher status. It's important that you do that and using models that's willing to give you freedom with their haircut could definitely help you do that, because it shows your versatility, right? And it's so important to consciously approach your craft like that, consciously approach your career like that, strategically, consciously approach it. Unique haircuts grab attention, add to your creative credibility. So every once in a while you want to be able to put out a cut like this that just shows I'm versatile, I can do different things, and it grabs different type of attention. Of course most of your cuts are going to be the basic haircuts without lines and designs in them and things like this, but it's good to kind of get in this space sometimes and be able to utilize this for your own self-promotion. So I guess I didn't cut out that audio part. But we gonna finish this out. We just about done. You can see how it came together. I think it's a good look. I think it's I'm always, when it comes to even these type of cuts, I'm always less is more, So we was thinking about doing parts on the other side too and kind of crossing it apart, but I think this was enough. And so now I'm just hitting with some enhanced hair fibers. just filling in the light spots, you know what I mean? Just enhancing the look. You can see that the blend and the cut is already raw, you know what I mean? We already took them there, you know what I mean? Now we just gonna take them a little higher with the enhancements. And there was a post that I had on my social media recently that said, out of the book, The Rich Barber Method, that enhancements aren't to cover up bad work, but it's to enhance your already good work, right? And many people like share that post because I guess, you know, in the industry these days, you know, some people kind of use it to cover up bad work, but you know, you don't want to deceive yourself, and you're not gonna get far deceiving your clients. So you know, master your craft, you know, work on it, you know what I mean? Create haircut muses like I talk about in the course, where you take photos of yours and photos of a haircut that you inspire to get to, and put them in a collage right next to each other. You gotta let your brain activate. Like you need things to fire off in your brain differently. You need to see that contrast, like blasting out, and then things that you weren't aware of in the past will, you know, stand out. Then if you're just looking at your haircut and then later on you're looking at someone else's, you want them side by side. You want that haircut muse, all right? That's the final look. Two-part hawk, you know what I mean? Two-part hawk. And yeah, that's it for today. Catch me next week. Drops every week, man. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment. Okay.